In the last video, we have talked about AI agents. We have covered system prompts, tools, and workflows, and said we have agent frameworks. And Smol Agents is our first framework that we will talk about. This framework belongs to Hugging Face and has a lot of features, and we will talk about why and when we can use this framework. So why Smol Agents? The first one is it is simple and minimal. It is easy to use, and in a few lines of code you can use it and run your agent. We will have code examples in this video. It has flexible LLM support, so it is a light LLM framework. So it has a light LLM function, and so you can use lots of LLM in this agent. And it integrates Hugging Face tools and external APIs, and we will use an LLM, and I will show you how you can use other LLMs as well. It has code first approach. So in the previous video, we have talked about code agents. So the agents that can create and generate code. So it is easy to do the works in a one step. The fourth one is integration with Hugging Face Hub. So with this framework, you can use other agents from the Hugging Face space. It's just with one function. You are just saying load tool and get that tool and use it. And it is easy to deploy and share as well. These are all just one sentence functions. So when to use Smol Agents? Smol Agent is, like I said, a lightweight, simple solution, and you can just do quick experimentations with few lines of code. And if your logic is simple and straightforward and easy to understand, you can just use Smol Agents. So there are more than one type of actions, and we have covered this in the previous video. We have code actions. It is direct, simple, faster execution because you are just running the code itself. And we have JSON actions that we are giving the prompt and we are giving the action, and it requires extra parsing and interpretation steps. So Smol Agents prefers the code actions. We have more than one type of Smol Agents, and one is multi-step agent, which is each step includes one thought and one tool call action. If you have more than one step agent, we can have a manager agent. So manager agent have a lot of different agent and tools, and it coordinates the other ones. We will have a code example about that as well. We have a code agent that directly writes the executable code, and we have tool calling agent. It's just writing the action in JSON format. It's plain text. So model integration. Smol Agent has a lot of integrations. Like I said, it can use a lot of LLMs with light LLM models. Light LLM model. It's light LLM model. And we have transformers model. We have talked about transformers architecture as well in the previous video, pipelines, if you are into it. And we will use inference client model for serverless inference via Hugging Face. You need an API token for that. In this video, we will cover inference client. And if you want to use, you can use OpenAI and Azure OpenAI server model as well. So let's jump to the code and see what kind of things we have. Now we are in the coding section. So we have 4 examples for this video, and we have an environment file. In the environment file, we have a Hugging Face token like that. So with that token, we can use our Smol Agent and inference client model. In order to get an Hugging Face token, you need to get API token from your Hugging Face profile. Let me show you an example. As you can see, we have access tokens. In here, you can create a new token. And with that token, we can create a code agent. With that code agent, we are saying use this tool, DuckDuckGo search tool. This is a default tool. This is a built-in tool. And we have more than one built-in tools for Smol Agents, like find lens for tool, things like that. You can search about that and see if it is useful for you. For the model, we are using inference client model, and default model is Covan 2.5 coder model. We are using that, and we are just saying agent.run. Our prompt is find the latest news about artificial intelligence in law. Give me top 3 links. So this agent will go to DuckDuckGo search tool, and it will look for the AI law news, and it will give top 3 links to us. So let's run it. Say Python example 1. As you can see, it is creating steps like the workflows we have talked about in the last video. It has generated this, it is passing this code, web search, and it has our prompt, but without top 3 things, because it will give us the top 3 itself with the LLM. And these are the logs. It is searching the web, and we have the news in here. As you can see, it has created this code, top 3 links, and print it. And this is the final answer. We have 3 news. This is how easy to create a code agent and run it, as you can see. With a few lines of code, you can create your code agent and you can create tools. But of course, this is with a built-in tool. What if we want to create our tool? So example 2, we are creating our own tool. There are 2 ways to create tools. One with the tool decorator and one with the custom one. So the one with the tool decorator is the recommended one. It is easy to create, and if you have a simple logic for the tool, you can use this decorator. So with this decorator, saying this is a tool, so it is a function that my agent can use. So it is a superhero training center. It is getting a query and returning a string. There is a description what this tool is doing, and it is talking about its parameters. So I have training centers like Wayne Enterprises in Gotham. I have a training center in Themyscira, the Amazonian island. And we have one for Aquaman, Atlantic Training Grounds. And there are specialties and notable instructors. So in order to get the best training center, we are getting the max one, the one with max rating. So it is Wayne Enterprises. And we are returning a formatted result. So this is our tool. You can create a tool however you like. Maybe you have a custom tool for your company, things like that. You can return it or search from it in tool, and you can run your tool with your code agent. As you can see, I'm saying, okay, this is your tool, Superhero Training Center. You can create more than one tools with commas like this, as you can see, like the code search tool. And our LLM model is the same. I'm running the agent. I say, can you find the best superhero training center in Gotham and its features? So we are saying Gotham, so that's why in Gotham and its features. Let me just run first and talk about that. Okay, it is creating steps, as you can see. So the first one is it is getting the centers with the best one. So it is the Wayne Enterprises, and say, okay, the final answer is this with our formatted tool. That's how easy to create tools with decorators. In the next example, we have actually a tool that is created by custom, because sometimes you need to create some complex tools and decorators is not enough for you. So in here, we have again DC superheroes, and we have power analyzer. This analyzer is analyzing the superheroes' powers and provide a detailed breakdown of their abilities. For example, Batman has peak human condition, but it has not superpowers. And things like that, we have Superman and Wonder Woman. And we are returning a formatted section. In here, we don't have the tool decorator. So that means we need to create our name, description, inputs, and return types for our own. That's why we have this. We have inputs and description and output type. So we need to create a forward. This will run when we are creating the tool, and say, okay, I have stealth, I have combat, rescue, and investigation. These are my features with the superheroes. We have a superhero power analyzer, and we have a superhero team builder. This is our team builder. For example, if we need a stealth operation, we can use these members, things like that. And so we can say, okay, let's create a code agent, and we have more than one tool. We have a power analyzer and we have a team builder, and we can run more than one query. That's why I did this, and say, can you suggest a team for the stealth mission? Or I need a rescue mission. So who should I include? Let's say you have a support team, or you need to create a document base for your team, and so they will have query your document, things like that. As you can see, we have documents actually in here. So let's run this one. We have more than one tool, as you can see. So you can think like this is a manager tool and manages these tools. It is using a tool when it is thinking it is the right one. We have more than one step, as you can see, and this one. Okay, so the first one, the stealth mission. Stealth mission is the Batman is the leader one. It is getting that for the team builder section. And the other one is rescue mission. So that's why it is getting that recommended for Batman team leader, as you can see. So it is using the team building tools. But if you needed to use the other one, it would use, it can use more than one tool if it is needed. So that's how you can create more than one tool. This one is one with the decorator, and the other one is the custom one. You can add different tools like web search DuckDuckGo, and you can create complex queries for your agent. The last one is about actually a manager agent. So manager agent is an agent, still a code agent, but it has more than one agent, so it can use it when it needs. For example, let's say I have a prompt that creating an image, and then another agent will talk about that image like a 5 years old child. Okay, so we have an artist agent, the first one. The artist agent generates image from text prompts. In this one, we are using the Stable Diffusion Excel base. This one is generating the image. So this is the artist agent. So we have an excited child agent. So it is describing the images in a playful and a joyful way. So we are saying, okay, this is your prompt. This is the system prompt. We have talked about it in the previous video. And this is your arguments, and this is your name, and things like that. Okay, and we are creating our model, and we are generating our response and returning as a string. So let's initialize that agents we have talked about. So this is our agent, in artist agent, and this is our child agent, like literally child, 5 years old child agent. So we have a manager agent. As I said, this is still a code agent, but it has more than one agent that it is managing. These are the details, but it is getting the extracting the image path, because we will get the image path and we will use that image to give an input to the child agent. So we have an exact description because we will use it to show us with Grid.io. Let me show you. So what is Grid.io? Grid.io is a UI tool that created by Hugging Face. So with the Grid.io, you can create like these UI tools with Grid.io. You can show your models with this UI and share it in the Hugging Face. So this is how we will create a Grid.io interface, and we have more than one step. The first one is the artist will get an prompt to create an image, and the child agent will describe that image. This is how we are creating the interface. You are just saying, okay, I have this text box that will get the image description, and I have two different outputs. One is image and one is text box. The text box will be for the child agent description. The image will be generated the image. So let's run and see what it has. It will be more clear. Python example 4. Okay, it is running on my local. Okay, this is our local. And we are saying a cat running in a yard with flowers. So our artist agent will create an image with this prompt, and our child agent get that image and it will give a description like a child. So this UI is created by Grid.io. That is what Grid.io is. There are a lot of components, UI components in that project, so you can check that out. So let's submit and get to the cursor. So we have a new run. So we have our steps, workflow steps, reasoning steps. Okay, our initial plan is this. This is my facts. These are actually my prompts. The fact is you just need to do that, and so the fact is no specific facts need to be looked up, as the key elements for the task are already provided, like image description. So our first step is generating the image. So I'm generating image, and this is the code that will execute it. Okay, artist is running the image. So it is created a generated image.png in here. Okay, so it is creating a new code to parse and run, and that is create a description, like right, for the child. Okay, it is describing it. It is getting the image from here, generated image. That's why we had extract description and descript image functions. Okay, so it has created. So sometimes it gives errors because Smol Agents still has things to improve, but it is continuing. Okay, okay. So it has created again. Okay, let's see. We have one. Yes, but it is created like this one. Things that needs to be improved. Okay, so I ran my code. Sometimes it gives error. I think it's because sometimes Smol Agents needs a better. Sometimes Smol Agents needs to use better LLMs. I'm using the default one, and sometimes it is not enough. But in my prompt, as you can see, it has. Let me show you the start of this one. Okay, where are you? It has tried more than once. So I ran the code. It's created on local, and then it has printed my prompt. Then it is the initial plan. Okay, then it has created the first step and created the artist agent. Then this is the parse code. This is the generated image, and we have a prompt, a description of the image. Then we are running our child agent and say describe this image in a child like manner. So it is getting the image. It is trying to find it, pet to find image. It is wrong. So that's why it is failing it at the first time. Then it is finding it because it is generated underscore image.png. When we see it, as you can see, we have a cat. It's a beautiful cat, right? And then we have a child's description like, wow, look at that super cute cat running around like a happy little ball of fur in a beautiful, joyful yard. And that's cool. But I ran it more than once because sometimes it created errors because maybe we need to use a better LLM or maybe I need to create a better system prompt. That's why it took a while to run this prompt, but it is created and it is working. But if you want to make it a production ready one, maybe you can use better LLMs and better system prompts. So you need to sleep on it. But I think this is a good start. So this is what Smol Agents capable of. You can create code agents with built-in tools and or you can use custom tools with decorator or custom functions, and you can use more than one code agent with a manageable manager code. So or you can create manager agent that manages other agents, and you can create workflows with Smol Agents. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. May the force be with you.